It's in our DNA. You put two babies on the floor, right? You'll see this all the time. One baby will take the other baby's thing, the baby smacks the other baby. The baby wants his thing back. It's just, as human beings, that's how we're built.
Is it responsible as a parent to have your son fighting in a cage at the age of 8?
Yes. Any parent that allows their kids into a cage to kick, elbow, knee, stomp is not fit to be a parent.
It's controversial, confronting, and in America, kids' cage fighting is being promoted as a genuine sport. There's no shortage of kids who want to compete, or for that matter, parents who want to watch them fight. The only problem is, kids' cage fighting is banned in most US states, including California, which brings us here to an Indian reservation, tribal land, specifically that casino, where Californian law does not apply.
Back out, back out, back out, back out!
More than 50 kids, some as young as 6, have come to fight. It's an officially sanctioned tournament. To film, we were asked to make a contribution towards the event costs. All of the children here have fought before, and all with their parents' approval. Boys and girls. It's a family affair. Dads fine-tuning their fighters. Mums fired up, cheering on their kids as they beat each other up in a cage. Driven by the idea all this could one day lead to a big money career 500 kilometres from here. Las Vegas, Nevada is home to the Ultimate Fighting Championship, known as the UFC.
It's time!
Welcome to the modern Colosseum. Forget ancient Rome, this is Vegas. Now, like it or not, the UFC, or mixed martial arts, is the fastest growing sport on the planet. This stadium, filled to the back rafters. But that's not where the money is. The money is outside this arena, at home. Millions of people paying to watch it in their lounge rooms.
There's no shortage of stars.
Will Smith and his beautiful family in attendance here tonight.
And there's no escaping the brutality. There are rules, but not too many. And that's one of the reasons why it's seen in more than 1 billion homes worldwide. How much did you buy the business for?
We bought the UFC back in 2001 for $2 million.
And what's it worth now?
Probably about $3.5 billion.
UFC boss Dana White has spent some of his UFC riches on a fleet of luxury cars, including a Ferrari convertible.
I barely graduated high school. I didn't go to college. But I think half the battle is knowing exactly what you want to do. I knew what I wanted, you know? I knew I wanted to be in the fight business, and I went after it.
What is it about combat that draws people in?
I believe that before a guy hit a ball over a wall with a stick, before a guy threw a ball through a circle, 2 men were put on this earth, somebody threw a punch, and whoever was standing around ran over and watched. Fighting is the first sport ever in the history of the world, and it will be the last sport ever.
Welcome to the cage.
Thank you, I think.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Australian heavyweight Mark Hunt is 140 kilograms of brute strength.
I'm in trouble here, aren't I?
He's invited me for a light spar.
It's tricky, ref.
What I find is a world of pain. It's hard and it hurts. And it left me in no doubt about the power and skill of this UFC heavyweight.
I'd rather do this job than look after the kids.
Your wife has got the tougher job?
She's got the hardest job, is look after the kids, so.
Oh! Humongous straight right from Mark Hunt. Big
Among Mark's UFC fights was an infamous bloody clash with a Brazilian brawler called Bigfoot.
Beautiful 1-2 from Mark Hunt and a beautiful right hand.
10 seconds and counting in one of the greatest heavyweight fights we have ever witnessed inside the octagon.
What do you see when you watch this?
I see two big machines. I see blood on the floor. I see blood all through that guy's hair. How are you, boys?
Phil Rothfield is the executive sports editor of the Daily Telegraph and the Sunday Telegraph. In his column on Mark Hunt's fight, he called it a disgrace and demanded the UFC be banned in Australia.
There's nothing skillful about that. It's two big men. Look at the blood in his head and the blood on the ring. I'm sorry, but I don't like it. I don't think kids should be watching it. I think it's an R-rated sport.
The greatest heavyweight fight I've ever seen. Come on, Australia. Everything over there can kill you guys. You guys are supposed to be the rough and tumble guys. You can handle a little blood.
This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for.
But UFC fans had to handle a whole lot more in December last year, when superstar fighter Anderson Silva suffered one of the sport's worst injuries.
Watch this, he checks it. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Wow! That's about as obvious as it gets.
One agonising kick snapped Silva's shin in two.
How people can get off, pay money, enjoy and cheer and watch something like that is beyond me.
The fighter who caused the devastating injury is reigning world champion and father of two, Chris Weidman. A guy broke his leg in half. How can you say it's not violent?
Well, actually, I think it is violent, but it's no more dangerous than any other sport out there. I've been fighting that for 5 years. I haven't been cut one time, and the only time I've been cut was the other day I was playing hide and go seek with my kids.
Armbar. Ready? Armbar. Get my arm. Get it. Legs over. Lean back.
Chris Weidman has a son, CJ, who loves the UFC.
Oh, no.
And a daughter, Cassidy, who isn't a big fan, but due to a recent change in the rules, she could also grow up to become a fighter in the UFC.
Rousey!
Believe me, nobody, and I mean nobody, was more against women fighting in the UFC than me.
What changed your mind?
Ronda Rousey.
You look great.
Thank you. You're as handsome as your accent. You have to watch out for the pretty ones, because the ones that don't get hit. Willing to kill them, and I was willing to die.
Women's bantamweight champion of the world, Ronda Rousey!
It's weigh-in time for the most ferocious female fighter in the UFC, Ronda Rousey.
$135 for the champion!
Denham from Sunday Night.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Where do you want me?
Over in this chair right here.
Okay.
You look great.
Thank you.
Thought it's slightly surprising with your profession that you can still remain so flawless.
Oh, I'm slightly surprised that you're as handsome as your accent.
Ronda has sex appeal and firepower.
Come, my lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar, baby.
She's a weapon of mass destruction and mass appeal. She's the UFC's Golden Girl. What's the worst thing you've said that you're going to do to an opponent? in the lead up to a match?
I think that I said that I was willing to kill them and I was willing to die in order to win. My friends call it great white shark mode because my pupils actually dilate when I'm really, really focused. Like I just have pure black eyes and it's just, I'm so focused and there's no opinions, there's no emotions, there's nothing but entirely the present moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
We go. Rousey, McMahon. Here we go. Tip squat, crunchy by Butler. Here we go.
That's a nasty elbow in the clinch here.
And again. Looking to finish it. And it's all over. And Ronda Rousey with a vicious knee to the body.
It's true. I'm willing to kill the other person, and that's why we have governing bodies and we have it officiated and we make it as safe as possible because it's the referee's job to save the other girl for me.
The fact that it's all systems go, all allowed to happen in a ring is it's violence, it's thuggery, and it's not sport.
How young would be too young for you in terms of fighting?
Well, my kids were sparring. My kids started sparring when they were probably 8.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mason Bramlett is 8, grade 3 at school.
I'm gonna have to be careful.
But after class, he's training for his next fight.
I'm getting beaten up by an 8-year-old here.
Before Mason started training, he was very hyper, all over the place.
Mason was diagnosed with ADHD. To calm him down, his doctor suggested medication. His dad decided to wear him out instead.
I'm more better to waste some energy than wrestle. So that's what we did.
So if sport was the answer, why not football?
I just don't feel football is safe for a kid.
Does Mason have any pre-fight rituals?
We definitely have to get his hair cut.
Don't move your legs, okay? That's what's making you move, because you're swinging your legs. You gotta hold still, okay? I might say beauty, then I'm gonna have to just put an and sign in the middle so you can say Beauty and the Beast.
The Beast!
Keep it cool, leg kicks are good, no knees, okay?
Can we kick in the thigh?
Yes.
His opponent is his friend, Justin, who's 2 years older than him.
Justin, the Nightmare Ramirez.
The Beast has beaten him before twice.
Fighter, setter, fight!
It's a frantic start.
Good, good. Ooh.
Until Mason is accidentally kicked in the head.
Go. Setter. Give him a second. So I obviously don't have to tell you how illegal that was. You want another minute? No? Are you okay? All right. Guys ready? Fight! You cannot continue executing those strikes. Advance your position.
Are you concerned that he will want to grow up to fight, say, in the UFC?
No. If that's what he wants to do, he can do. If he wants to be a ballerina, I'll be there supporting him wearing a tutu too.
Unanimous for Justin Ramirez.
docs material. If an Australian parent sent their kids into the ring or to the cage, that it's docs material. It's not the way to raise children.
But that's not the way these parents see it. Not only does Mason's dad let his son fight, but also his daughter, Sadie, who's 6. It's uncomfortable to watch.
Tap, 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 tap. Good.
But in this room, I'm in the minority.
My biggest concern is not necessarily the kids, it's the parents. You could see them there and filming it and lapping it up with their children undertaking this sort of sport. It's scary that they'd even consider allowing them to do it.
What are some of the nastiest messages that you've received on Facebook?
I'm a horrible father. How can you do that to your kid? Jeez, so many. Is this an adult show? Can I say the words that
Sure.
they?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I'm a idiot. What are you thinking? Like what? No, that's what that is people just don't know.
Hey, bud. You okay? You hurt anywhere, or is it okay? You okay? You good? All right.
Kids, as you know, emulate their heroes. Kids want to do what their heroes do. And if this is the fastest growing sport in the world, it's scary because our schoolyards will become battlegrounds.
Good job, guys.
Good job, buddy.
Guys,